The best steaks, our favorite Wolfgang Steakhouse in the Philippines. Here's what to order if you ever go to Wolfgang Steakhouse. Of course, we'll get to the steaks later on, that's a given. So let's start with the appetizers. You must, and I'm not kidding, you must try the crab cakes here. I don't know why, but it is just so different. I don't know if it's because other crab cakes are sort of made from those crab sticks. Some might even be fake crab sticks. I don't know what some crab sticks are made of, but this one is made from real crab. I don't know how it's made, but it tastes so good. And everyone I have tried this always compliments how wonderful and different it is. The other must-try is the French onion soup. I'm not sure if the prices of onions have come down here in the Philippines, but the price of this soup did not go up, so you can still enjoy all the onioniness and cheesiness, which is what makes this really stand out. It has this thick layer of cheese on top, and with the soup and onions and bread, it just blends perfectly and it is very balanced in your mouth when you taste this soup. Must try the French onion soup. To the salads, you need to get the Caesar salad, but with a twist, you need to order it with a side of the Canadian bacon. The Canadian bacon is so good here. You usually can have them chop it up already and include it in the salad as you saw earlier, but it's just so thick and juicy, almost like their steaks, but it's really good. Have it added to your Caesar salad. And here's a sleeper. People don't usually order the fish at Wolfgang Steakhouse because, you know, obviously you want the steak, but don't sleep on the fish. Order the fish of the day. Ask them what the fish of the day is because usually it's the freshest fish they have from wherever. This one was the Chilean Sea Bass. It was so thick and juicy, and they actually had options that day of where the sea bass was from, but they recommended this one since it was thicker and juicier. I love the fish here. It's always so fresh. Order the fish. And of course, the star of the show, the steaks. Let me tell you which steaks to order as well as which sides to get. The signature steak here is the Porterhouse Steak. This is it. It comes out broiling in this butter type sauce. It is the best. Now, what makes these steaks so good is that they are dry aged for at least 28 days. If you're not familiar with dry aging, now a very simplified way of explaining dry aging, if you're not familiar, is that it's sort of marinating the steak in its own juices for 28 days. So it is a difficult process because you need a temperature controlled room and you need to make sure that the steaks are healthy in there. But to food experts, the steak aficionados worldwide, they all say that this is the best way to prepare a steak where you get the most flavor and make the steak the most tender and juiciest it can be. Because of the difficulty to dry age a steak, because of the length of time, at least 28 days, there is usually a bigger price tag, but the payoff in the flavor is amazingly unmistakable. The texture of the steak is vastly superior to other ways of marinating beef. Now, in case you're with a big group or you just happen to want to try different kinds of steaks, well, here's the other steak you should try. Get the prime rib, although you need to reserve this in advance because they only prepare a few every night. The difference with the Porterhouse earlier is that the Porterhouse is broiled in its clarified butter sauce called azu, while the prime rib is oven roasted, and you can taste a slight difference, but both still amazingly good. Let's rush through the sides you should get. The mushrooms must get. Any great steak has great mushrooms with them, and these ones are huge mushrooms, so I love this. My favorite is the cream spinach. It's just so good. If you haven't tried it, you must get the cream spinach. Then here's my little personal favorite secret is the fries, but you dip the fries in their steak sauce. Don't use the steak sauce for the steak. The steak is great on its own. Use the steak sauce with the fries and you can thank me later. Finally, for the dessert, my favorite is the New York cheesecake. It's so creamy, it's just right, it's not too sweet, but have it a la mode. So put a little vanilla ice cream on the side, ask for that, and it is the perfect dessert. So there you go. When in Manila, here are the things to order at Wolfgang Steakhouse that has the best steaks in the country.